Welcome back, Marvel Future Fighters. Trippy Cakes here with another video. This one's going to be pretty informative. I felt like this is something that needed to be talked about for, even veteran players. I basically wanted to talk about stats. And now, it seems that a lot of us fully haven't grasped the concept of what stats are, what does what, essentially. So I wanted to go through a couple of them that I'm pretty sure a lot of people don't actually know that's how they truly work. So I'm going to hop right into it. So for starters, I'm going to talk about all attack. Now, all attack, the misconception with that is people think that it scales to both your energy and physical attack. So if you stack all attack, then you're getting both. That is a lie. Whoever told you that needs to be shot in the dick. All attack doesn't affect both physical and energy at the same time. It's pretty much just a default in case you don't get the roll you want. So for example, say you wanted to get energy attack and you end up rolling all attack and it's maxed out. It's pretty much the same shit, so it'd be a waste of gold to re-roll to try to get energy attack, and a lot of times with RNG you're going to end up a lot lower than what that all attack was. The other thing that I want to talk about is character specific. Let's take Elsa Bloodstone for example. With her uniform, her 5th skill is an energy type attack, and a lot of people think that having energy attack and their gears is going to make that scale. Well, that's not the case with Elsa and other characters like her that have mixed damage. For like, they have some moves that are physical, some moves that are energy. Whatever their primary stat is, if you stack that with, like, say all physical attack for Elsa, even her energy attack scales off of that, but her energy attack won't, that attack that uses energy isn't going to scale off of it if you have her outfitted with energy attacks, because you want to get the most damage out of that move. The next thing that I'm going to talk about is the percent per level, such as physical attack per level, health percent per level. Basically all that is the percent multiplied by the character's level, and that should generally only be on the first 2 options if you are going to go that route, and that is for both attack and defenses. I usually don't do it for the defensive because you'd have to have 1 energy attack percent and then 1 physical defense, as well, and I'd just rather have all attack and leave it at that. Yeah, you're losing out on a little bit because there is a hard cap regardless, so even if you were to put like a percent per level on the last option, like all the way down at the bottom, it really wouldn't matter. You'd just actually be losing out, because instead of that percent that does have that hard cap rate, you could have, I don't know, 300 and something energy attack, or 275 or 260 defense or something like that. So you basically only want to throw it on those first 2, because even if you roll those first 2 at their highest options, the percent per level is still going to be higher than what that flat rate is. Next 2 things that I'm going to be talking about are ignore defense and attack speed. Ignore defense is pretty much exactly as it sounds like, depending on your percentage. That's how much of the target's defenses you'll ignore. So if you have 100% ignore defense and they have 25, bonus defenses or whatever, then you're going to do 75% damage. As I said, it's very self-explanatory. At some rate, you are going to end up having your cards cover that aspect, so you won't have to focus so much on it. The next thing is attack speed. Attack speed is a very misunderstood stat. A lot of people think it's just your auto attacks that, are faster, but that's not the case. What attack speed actually does is it increases how fast your character sends out not just their animation, but actually does the damage. So take Magneto for example. His moves, his cooldown rotations is actually pretty quick, but if you have high attack speed with it, you'll be like a machine gun Magneto. There was no pun intended on that. So attack speed is actually a lot more useful than it may seem, because a lot of people don't go off of their melee attacks. Actually, I don't think any do. It's all about skills. So attack speed in this case is different than it is in other games. Now the last thing that I'm going to go over is what I typically run on each gear. So for your attack gears, I always do flat percent, or I do the percentage rate on the first 2, because you can get a higher number than you would with a flat rate. Then for defenses, I generally run all defense. If I'm feeling frisky, then I'll have a percentage for physical defense and energy defense, and that is just for those characters that I feel need a little bit more oomph. And then for the 4th gear, I will run either critical strike, very rare cases like Wolverines, for example, I will run recovery rate, and Baby Groot, I'll also run recovery rate. I do also do defense penetration from time to time, but the base one that you're going to want to go for, if you're not already cooldown reduction capped, is indeed cooldown reduction. Other than that, critical rate is your next go-to, and then if you feel that your character is lacking in another area, then you can put that instead. And then for the HP ones, it's flat health for the most part, and of course the first two are the percentage health, so you gain a little bit more. But the way people hit right now, health, I'm kind of leaning away from it, because it doesn't matter how much health you have, because 90% of the characters hit harder than your actual health pool is, and they can two-shot you, one-shot you. So to me, health is not that important, I suppose I'd say, unless it's on like a really, really beefy character. Then health is going to work out for you for tanks. But other than that, that is the basics of how you're going to want to go ahead and build your characters. And it is, as you know, it's entirely up to you, whatever fits your playstyle most, but those are the base ones that I run. And you can experiment, because some characters do benefit from, you know, certain things than others. Like attack speed, for example, I put it on Magneto. Attack speed isn't that great for some characters, but you want to put that on people that have high spam rates for things. Anyway, this has been Trippy Cakes. Thanks for tuning in again. Excuse me. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. I'm gonna call you guys out, because I'll be seeing like 100 views on these things, and you have like 8 likes. The more likes you have, the more people that come to the channel, you know, because they see it on their wall or whatever, and then, you know, they like, they share, subscribe, whatever. The more subscribers I have, the more I'll get out of it and feel like, you know what, I got so many subscribers, I'm going to do something else for them. It basically motivates me. So if you motivate me, then it'll end up helping you. So as I said, please do like all videos, subscribe, just be cool. And anyway, this has been Trippy Cakes, and stay tuned, because we got some great shit coming up this week. I'm out.